welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is the place to be for educating about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button down below, right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it as we're going along. If you're enjoying the content, please do give it a thumbs up. Anyway, if you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Vectors, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. Tonight's episode is all about helping you to avoid being scammed or having people doing dodgy things. So I've come across two types of people and scams, you know, two types of dodgy things going on in messaging, and I wanted to share with you because I like to protect people, and I like people to know the warning signs to look out for when people are doing dodgy stuff online. Yeah, it's really important that you know it. And you know, some people on certain channels, they just don't speak out about this type of stuff, you know. So one is to do with an asexual app, the other one is to just do with Facebook. So on Facebook, right, I recently got messaged by this guy. This person, right, they are in the same group as me. So I was messaging, I was basically posting my new fibro book in one of the book groups on Facebook. There's several book promotion groups, and I was posting it in a lot of those groups the other day. And this particular person was in one of those groups. So I thought, oh, maybe they're fine, right? But then I said, how do we know each other? Because I didn't realise we're in the same book group. And then I said, oh, in same group, I see. Their reply was, I don't know you, but I would love to. Right, as soon as someone says that who doesn't know you, it usually means they fancy you, they think you're hot, and, you know, they want to get to know you more intimately, you know? So, you know, most of the people that say stuff like that, they're not looking for friendship, they're looking for other things, right? And if a person was a business person, they'd say stuff like, well, I see we've got mutual connections, or I see you do this type of business, or tell me more about yourself. Or you'd know that if they're a business person, that's why they've connected with you, because you likely just been on a webinar, well, not on webinar, on a video, you know, like one of those live streams on Facebook. You'd likely have been just in a live stream or in a group where they were just chatting to you. But when they say, I don't know you, but I would love to, that usually, and they don't know you, right? And they do actually they are actually in the same group. They would have turned around when I said about in the same group. They would have said, yeah, you know, I see we're both like writing, or we're both like reading, so I thought it'd be nice to connect. But they didn't. They said, oh, I don't know you, but I would love to. Right, that's the first thing, the language they use. I don't know you, but I would love to. Right, first warning sign, right? And then it says, what's your name, right? What's your name? Like, if this person really liked you, had anything about them, really want to connect with you genuinely, they would have gone to your profile and they would have seen what your name is. My profile on Facebook clearly says my first and last name, right? So when someone says, I would love to get to know you, and what's your name, right? They haven't even bothered to look at my profile. That's the second red flag that this person is up to no good. They are up to basically after you because they fancy you, or they want to pursue you, they want you to start fancying them back, right? So that's, you know, that's the second thing, right? And instead of this person just giving up at that point, because obviously I've got my own life, they're saying WYD, and I'm thinking WYD, what the heck is that? It means what are you doing, right? And it's like, I've got my own life, you know. If someone comes into your life who you don't know, who's going, I would love to get to know you, even though I don't know you, what's your name, because they haven't bothered reading your profile, and what you doing, like it's any of their business. Like, they haven't even introduced themselves. They're not saying this is what I do, like, what's your profession or something like this. And they clearly haven't even read your profile. You know, they're no good. They're just after friending loads of people so they can just message loads of people. And then this person's then waving again later on the same day. And then they're going, HRU, as in how are you? Right? I looked at their profile, right? This is the main flag. And basically telling you in no uncertain terms, this person is just after women. This is all they are doing, right? This person had recently created their profile, right? This profile had been up since August or something. We're in August now, right? It's only been made a few days ago, right? So, and they've got this 3 pictures of them, right? So they do have pictures on there, which can be quite weird because sometimes they use fake profiles or they use a fake, someone else's profile picture, but they've got 3 pictures on there, right? And that's it. You can't see their friends. You can't see anything about them like that. I think it's got where they live and that's it. Everything else is on secret and private. So and what you do is that you can then go into the few pictures that are on there and you can see who's like the pictures. Then you can go through to those people's profiles. That's how you can see a bit more about the person's character. And you can see if they're just women that's like them. Because if you know that all their friending is predominantly women that are liking their stuff, they're after women, aren't they? And you should know by now that if someone's created a profile, they've only done it a few days' time, they're not asexual, right? This person is not from an asexual group, right? Okay, so some asexuals, they do have a symbol, they do create a second profile because they don't want their family to know they're asexual, right? This guy isn't coming from a place of asexuality. This guy is like basically a heterosexual, right? So with that in mind, they've created a profile. They've got nothing showing on their profile apart from where they live. They have clearly set up this profile recently that is not their main profile. They'll have another profile which is for their family and friends and everyone that knows them, the real them, and they've just set this one up to basically child women online. That's all they've done it for. So I put, this is not your main profile. This is a new one you created to child women. I hate sex and not interested. And all they sent me back was a smiley face that was laughing its head off at me. Right, which is really rude, right? If someone sends you, if they can't take you seriously and all they do is want to laugh in your face, that's it, blocked. And it's really interesting because since then they've changed their profile picture a little bit. It still looks like the same guy, but they're wearing different, like they're wearing a cap now and stuff like that. So obviously, if you get anyone like this who doesn't know you, tries to friend you on Facebook, and they say, "Don't know you, but I'd love to get to know you." Why do they love to get to know you? Don't think that it's because you're so, like amazing or stuff. They just have to get to know you. It's because of an ulterior motive. There's no reason for this person unless because they're in the same group as me, a book group. Then yeah, they could have said it from that angle, but they haven't. I don't know you, but I would love to. Means they're after me. They're interested. I mean, the guy, if the pictures are not fake, he is really good looking. He's very my type. He's a younger guy, foreign, and he is wearing street clothes, aesthetically my type, but I'm not interested in a guy like that, that's just really bad. And so I blocked him. I'm not having guys like that, So if someone's not asexual and they've created this fake profile basically, or a second profile that recently, and they're not showing any friends, they don't want you to see anything about them, it's because basically they chat up loads of women, or if they're a gay guy chatting up loads of blokes, and that's how it rolls. So don't think for 1 minute these people are innocent, because they're not, right? So I'm going to asexuality now, going to ASAP. If you didn't know what ASAP is, it's an asexual dating app for asexuals basically, but there are people on there, a lot of people on there, well, more and more, it seems like, that aren't really asexual. Some of them admit aren't asexual, and a lot of the others, they don't admit it, right? But I have been getting messages from guys where they say, like, this particular person said, "Hello, pretty," right? An asexual guy doesn't talk to me like that. They're not interested usually in looks. They might start saying, "Well, I think you've got a nice smile," in a really nice way, but most of the time they won't talk about my looks. They'll just start a conversation like hobbies and interests and things like that, right? But when there's someone saying, "Hey, pretty," it's just a like heterosexual chat up line, right? And this is dodgy because on this ASAP, I keep getting the same type of profile following me. It's a guy who's divorced, male, divorced. This is the type of stuff that, just should ring alarm bells for you. They're in their 40s, they're a male, they're divorced, and they're confused. I told you when they put confused, unless they put in their bio what they're confused about, as in, like they haven't worked out what type of asexual they are yet, but they know they are, and that type of thing. When they're like confused, it's just most of the time, it just means they're actually not asexual, but they don't know what it means, right? And and they just put hard working, right? And the same things keep coming up. Engineering, right? Engineering. So it's a guy in his 40s, divorced, confused, United States, engineering, and they put stuff like relationship type ask me, and and it's just the way they put their profile. And this type of the message they send me, like I've had about 3 or 4 profiles do this. I think a lot of the time they're just using fake profiles. And a lot of the time it's just the same person that's after me all the time, because the credentials are all the same, so I just block them automatically now. If you look at patterns in the profile of what you're getting every time, I keep getting the same type of thing, like a guy in his 40s who's into some sort of like contractual work, building work, that type of thing. And male and divorced and confused, United States, and the words they say to me, I think it's the same person about 4 times. It just keeps creating new profiles and talking to me. And no doubt they're chatting up other people on there as well. So if you get seemingly followed by this profile that keeps being the same, but the picture's changing, but the words are nearly identical, then you have to think to yourself something dodgy is going on, right? And this is a person that's just setting up profiles to just come after you all the time because they're interested in sex stuff. So I just want to warn you about these type of profiles as well. So you've got the heterosexual profiles and things you've got to worry. Well, I don't want you to worry and fret about them. I want you to be consciously aware of them, and also the ones on ASAP as well. Like obviously there's some people that are genuinely asexual on ASAP. I made some friends through it. Some of my friends are on it. So, I still recommend going on it, but you just have to be very aware of these type of scams and these type of people that are no good for you, because I don't want you getting hurt. And, if you ever go on Twitter, right, there's lots of people on Twitter, guys, and they'll go, I'm a God-fearing man, divorced, and I've got a child, or I'm a God-fearing man and I'm divorced, I was in the army. These type of profiles all are the same type of things where these guys are just after women. And they will literally say the same thing over again, like I'm divorced, I've been in the army. And I'm a loving guy, I'm an honest guy, and I'm God-fearing. Like they're so wonderful. Like the sun doesn't, shine out their backside always. But what they're really after is going on Twitter to hook up with loads of women, just to have loads of women messaging them going, oh, you're so wonderful. Let's connect. If I ever by accident click follow them back, they go, oh, hi, how are you? And it's like they really want to get to know you, because all they're after is dating women online. That's all they're up to. And so I just wanted to draw these things to your attention, because I know a lot of asexuals are very similar to me in the sense that we like to think the best of people. We don't like to think that there's people out there that are pursuing us for sex that are just wasting our time from a sexual gratification point of view. That there's people who are out there that are frauds. There's people who are out there that are scamming. There's people who are out there that are just doing this weird stuff because haven't got anything better to do with their life. But I don't want you, I don't want you to freak out that everyone's like that, because they're not. But I just want you to know that I don't want you to be like I was years ago, gullible and vulnerable and not understand what people are like. Not all people have got good intentions, but there are a lot of that have, so you don't live in fear and not message people, not speak to anyone. I have strangers that do connect with me, usually that are mostly through groups, that I've a part of. And sometimes I will add them back and sometimes I won't. I don't accept all friends requests. I've got about 67 or something that are still pending. A lot of the time I delete them eventually, but I like to know who's requested me in case I come up, in case they keep coming up in my life or through some other media, or something like that. So, I think it's really important to know there's a lot of love in the world. There's a lot of care. There's a lot of people you can meet online that are beautiful, and like usually asexuals will have to start conversations when they don't know each other, especially through ASAP, because you want to be talking to people. I do talk to people very regularly, but I normally pick something out their profile about their hobbies, their jobs. I'll ask them a question, and that's kind of like normal behavior. When someone's like creating the same type of profile again and again and again, with the same type of credentials and just putting stuff like loving guy, honest guy, hard working, usually a lot of those things are just generic bullshit. Sorry, excuse my language, but they are. They're stuff they picked up off dating sites. Are minimal words. They're minimal investments. They're not someone who's actually going to put time, energy and effort into it. It's like, like honesty. I want an honest guy, but because most people want honesty, they put honesty and then you think that person's honest when actually they're opposite. Because I like have put one thing, I'm an honest guy, and that's it. if they're honest, why do they need to prove they're honest by just putting that one thing about themselves? Why don't they expand on their hobbies and interests and all that type of thing? Most people that are honest, they don't go around like actually specifically saying that's the only thing about them in their profile, because you need to know some more about the person. You know, honesty, you know, is kind of proven through people's actions, not just their words. And that's why, you know, these people are picking keywords out that to get you hooked on them, like hardworking, loving, caring, and all that type of thing. And, you know, people can put that in profile and genuine, but when this guy's just putting confused and hardworking and that's it, I mean, who puts this type of stuff? You know, where's the conversation? You know, but I mean, obviously they're not asexual. They haven't said they're asexual, which is a good thing. They haven't lied about it. They've put confused, but you know what I mean? You just got to watch out for these things. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, think there is a lot of love in the world. Keep pushing through fears and boundaries. You know, like if you do need to reach out to people, like on ASAP, you will need to reach out to strangers sometimes. Just watch, you know, other people that are reaching out to you. Just watch their behavior, watch what they're saying, watch their profile, make sure they're genuine, you know, not changing photographs every 5 minutes, and make sure they've got some history about them and they're not, you know, keeping everything secret. Because why on earth would you even want a relationship or friendship with someone who's keeping everything secret? I mean, how can you even emotionally connect with that type of person? It's kind of like going to be you give, and they don't give anything. They just keep all this secret shell around them, which is no good for sustaining a long-lasting, loving, caring friendship or relationship. It's just not. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful in some way. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Please share it with a friend or anyone you think may benefit. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that great big bell icon to get notified of every time I go live right now or post a new video. And don't forget, give this video lots of thumbs up if you like it. And I'll see you on the next video live stream. Rachel, Quaggy, and each other's, and I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.